Alright, so we're here at the new Badlands gun range in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Filming this on my iPhone because I'm lazy today. And we're going to run the Taurus PT1911 through the 10.8 performance function test. Let's go inside and see how it goes. Alright, today we're going to be running the PT1911 through the 10.8 performance 1911 function test. This is a 50-round test that evaluates whether or not your 1911 is functioning within acceptable parameters for a duty pistol. Alright, this test is supposed to be performed with duty ammunition or carry ammunition, so we're going to be using my favorite Hornady critical defense load for this. It's functioned reliably in the pistol so far, so that's what we're going to be using for the test. First string is 8 rounds slow fire. So far, so good. Next string is 8 rounds rapid fire. I'm also going to double up my ear probe before I do that, though. So far, so good. Now it's 8 rounds rapid fire, strong hand only. Ooh! So we had a failure to extract on the strong hand only string. We're going to go ahead and clear that and keep working. Alright, I went through the rest of the rounds just fine, no issues. Next, we're going to do the extractor function test. Alright, for the extractor function test, we fire the gun with no magazine in it. So we first do a 2-hand grip, limp wristed, and then we do a strong hand only. We're going to do 8 repetitions of each. So I've got 2 8-round mags loaded up for this. So it's magazine out, 2-hand grip, limp wristed. Alright, so we had another failure right here. The case did not extract all the way. You can see when I pull the slide back, it's going to fall out the bottom of the gun. There's another failure to extract. Now remember, I'm holding the gun limp wristed here, which is what the test calls for. It's trying to test that extraction function. Alright, that case went up and to the left, which is not where it's supposed to go. Now we do the same thing, strong hand only, but with the strong hand only one, we actually do grip the gun as tightly as possible. Alright, so that last one came straight back into my face. And we had no failures to extract on the strong hand only one, but we We had some rounds go out to the left. We had one come straight back into my face. So that's not optimal. They're definitely supposed to, according to the test, if it fails to clear the ejection port, stovepipes, falls out of the magazine well, the pistol has failed the test. Usually this failure is caused by poor extractor tension or geometry. Now we're going to do the slide lock reload test. So we're going to have a round in the chamber, empty mag in the gun. We're going to do a speed reload from slide lock using a fully loaded spare magazine. This will be a 10-rounder plus the one that we had, plus the round in the chamber. Alright, so this will actually wrap up the test because we do this drill 5 times and then it's done. Alright, so let's see what happens. We're all gassed up for the last test. This is a 1 reload, 1 drill. We're going to do it a total of 5 times. I'm going to top off the mag in between each string because it specifically calls for a fully loaded mag, so I want to make sure that we're adhering to the test as best as possible. See, and right there we had a problem. Mags are supposed to drop free, it didn't drop free. And when I went to chamber this next round, you can see it slammed right into the feed ramp and didn't chamber on the slide lock reload. So let's try that again. Alright, so you saw exactly what I saw, where it smashed into the front of the feed ramp and I had to slap the bottom of the gun to get it to feed the rest of the way into battery. That's a problem. The mag did drop free that time, so that's better, but we're going to try it with just 9 rounds in the magazine this time instead of a full 10 and see if that changes how things go. Same issue with duty ammo, it's still slapping into that feed ramp. I want to try 8 rounds in the magazine now. Alright, so with 8 in the magazine, it actually worked on the speed reload. Mags are also dropping free, which is good. I'm going to try a couple more reps with it at 8 and then call the test. Mag failed to drop free again, so this is going to be our very last rep. Alright, so as you can see, it pretty comprehensively failed the 10-8 performance test. We'll talk a little bit more about this when I get off the range. I want to do some more shooting, run the gun through some more evaluations, but we'll talk about the 10-8 test off the range and finish up this video. Alright, we're off the range now. I finished shooting the 10-8 performance function test. I did a few other drills that I didn't bother to capture on camera. And I want to talk about the 10-8 performance test real quick. Obviously, the gun failed it pretty badly. We had multiple failures to extract with Hornady Critical Defense, which is extremely reliable ammo in every other platform I've used it in. I did actually run the gun through the test again off camera with regular FMJ ammo, and it failed that as well. Rounds came out through the bottom of the mag well on the function test. So what does this say about the gun? Is it reliable enough for duty use? No. I would not recommend a gun that can't pass a 50-round function check to bet your life on. I wouldn't recommend it for concealed carry. I certainly wouldn't recommend it as a duty gun. Me personally, I don't think I'd recommend it as a competition gun either, because if you're taking your competition seriously, you want your gun to be reliable. You may not be betting your life on it, but it's still important. If shooting matches is important to you, your gun should be extremely reliable. That being said, I'm still going to shoot this gun at matches as part of the evaluation. I want to keep running it, and I want to see if it continues to develop extraction problems, or if, as if by magic, the problems go away. At this point, I'm going to wait until we get to 1,000 rounds. We put another 200 on it today, so it's at 800 and change. Once I get to 1,000 rounds, I'm going to detail strip the gun. I'm going to see if I can retension that extractor and make the gun run a little bit better. Until then, keep watching. We're going to do more videos, have some more fun shooting the Taurus PT1911. I'm Caleb Giddings from Gun Nuts Media. Thanks for watching.